Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Normal World. I'm Dave Landau.
Whoop, whoop. I'm Black Garrett. And Angela is here in spirit.
She is in the actual audio room.
Yeah.
How you call it?
Yes.
The mixing room.
The booth.
She's
tech
in
booth with all the techie people.
She's in the booth, but she wants you to know to check out Angela Does Horror. You can do that, and she will be back later in the episode.
Yeah. Dave.
Yes.
What about you?
Thursday night, come out. I'm going to be at the Mic Drop in Plano, and then December 5 through 7, Visani's Port Charlotte, and this Saturday, the 23rd, you can see me in Clinton Township, Michigan, or at the Premier Event Center. It's going to be exciting. Money goes to Children's Hospital. If you want to hit me up, I have 10 free tickets I will give out for Clinton Township, Michigan. Let me know.
Come on out.
I burped.
And
Sorry,
Black Garrett,
at home.
I have a YouTube channel. That's me. You could go follow that YouTube channel. And also Naked Garrett, which is another channel I have where I'm doing more like man on the street IRL stuff. Go subscribe to that.
But let's get to our guests.
Yeah, let's do.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's a comedian, an actor. You may know him from the Slick and Thick podcast.
Yeah.
Please welcome Gerard Michaels.
Good to be here in New York City.
Yes. That's where we tell people the show is now.
That's where we are right now.
After the shooting at the office.
Yes.
Joining us also, he is a comedian, and you can see him at some Comedy Zone gigs, I think, coming up. Well, there you go.
Brad
Las
Garrett's
Vegas
Comedy Club as
Nevada.
well.
Brad Garrett's Comedy Club, November 25 through December 1st, as well as Laugh Out Lounge in Winter Haven, Florida, December 20 and 21. Please welcome my friend of the show, Derek Richards.
What's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm good. About you, man?
See you guys again. Nice to see you
Yes.
in studio and not in some screen in the corner.
Yeah, well,
Glad you recovered.
Somebody shot me last night, and you guys just didn't do nothing.
We cared.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we
I
did.
watched the footage. You acted like it didn't happen.
Well,
We're saving face, you know.
I go in to start talking about some secrets I learned from the CIA.
We'll do it now.
Oh, right.
We're in the room. Okay, wait till you're alone.
yeah, we'll all die.
They barged into my...
Please.
Fortunately, they only got my shoulder.
No, I think we're fine. The roof here is very slopey, so
It's true.
we have a very
No one can
sloped roof.
possibly get up.
So you have a lot of
No way.
No way.
Asians
Just slip
with
right off.
guns on top of the roof.
It's remarkable to me that's the official story, and that's what we're going with. You know, do you know that he rode his bicycle with the
Shooter?
shooter?
Man.
The official story, he had a
embarrassing.
rifle on his back. He had his AR on his back, and he rode his bicycle through Butler, PA for a mile and a half to get to the roof.
Are you
I
serious?
swear to God.
There's
That's
just
the first
more
I've heard
and
that. That's
more.
hysterical.
The official story, and it's like you look at it and you go like, you know, can you imagine the cops just are like, oh, there goes old Crooksy, he's training for the biathlon, we're rooting for you.
What direction is he going? The former president. Yeah. The rally. That's what. Oh, okay.
If it was 1958, you might not look at that and assume it's a BB gun.
Yeah.
But instead, it's like, hey, where's the kid who looks like Rocky Dennis going, who has a chip on his shoulder, riding a bike? That's terrifying.
Yeah, and then they tried to get old 45 again on the golf course. It makes you feel pretty good that at least, you know, I feel like the new regime coming in here is they're going to be able to kill an 80-year-old on the golf course if they want.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah,
that's got to make you feel good.
It's high time, yeah. I like that they just had a barrel sticking out of a shrub like Elmer Fudd, and then when they pulled him out, it's just a guy with Ukraine flag hair. Like, why not just kill him?
Guys, just.
Like, is it just they felt bad?
Just save some taxpayer dollars. Just wrap it up right there.
I'm so disappointed in America. Like you said, like we could used to be able to assassinate people back in the day.
We were a proper country.
Now we're
like-
Three Stooges out here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they convinced the whole world that, you know, some loner picked off the president from 400 yards away and, you know, 4 stories up. And if you question that, they sent you to Vietnam. Like we were proper evil.
That's right.
Like now it's like, forget it. Well, the roof was
just a
slopey.
little-
It's a little slopey. We can't.
Yeah, we
Any
couldn't
snipers out there, it's just.
couldn't see him from that angle where we could directly look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 4 minutes where people were like,
Pretty
"Hey,
close
there's
shot.
a guy up there. Is anybody? There's a guy."
No, we're like the Walgreens version of evil.
Yeah.
We're like wall evil.
Yeah, it makes you feel good about being, in multiple wars with nuclear countries across the globe. When Ukraine here can't even kill a guy fucking on the putting green.
Right.
Greatest time of my life.
Speaking of Ukraine here.
Well, it's before we get into that, let's talk about some of the cabinet picks. I want to say the RFK. I personally think he's doing a good job. He took a picture with McDonald's the other day, but I hear they might not be too happy about this little beefy, eating some McDonald's and saying you should eat all healthy.
Well, he's bringing back the beef tallow, which means, he's not trying to take away your bad food. He's just trying to improve your bad food.
Well, let's find out. Let's take a look.
This is unbelievable. No red dye number 3, no added sugars, a regulation on trans fats, seed oils. How am I supposed to make money?
Everything will be okay, sir. We still have our children's charities to embezzle from. Rabble.
Our children's charities don't make money unless kids are hospitalized from our food. And please tell me, where the hell is RFK Jr.?
Sir, lower your voice, Rabble.
Speak of the devil.
Hey, buddy, you think just because you're the new head of Health and Human Services that you get to make my food nutritious?
Yes.
No. I have a children's hospital, and for every kid that loses their vision to diabetes, I get a Rolex.
Leave us.
No, stay right where you are. I'm in charge here.
Tell me, do you feel in charge?
Rabble.
Like you have power over me?
Who do you think you are?
I am your McReckoning. Here to end the borrowed time you've taken from so many.
You're pure evil.
And you are a shake machine that is always broken. Would you like fries with that?
Beautiful.
Dude, he's taking out the trash. I mean, just the other day, they took a picture of him eating at McDonald's, and now
Ronald.
he just took out Ronald.
Full-on villain.
He went to the tip of the spear.
I'm glad they finally got something for his voice, though.
Yeah.
Help that.
Yeah, he needs that.
Little modulation.
Yeah, it's important.
Cough drop.
Yeah.
A little more.
It's good. But yeah, he's he's going after Toucan Sam next, from what I understand.
Take out those Fruit Loops.
Yeah. He's just taking, like, ripping
And the Rice
feather.
Krispie Boys are next after that.
Just taking out the feathers and slitting its throat.
RFK looked like an absolute hostage in that photo, dude.
I know, he was just like
It's like he had never...
the Coke there too, and he's just like, oh, I don't know, don't take the photo.
He's like, dude, I don't even eat these things, but yeah. And Trump's like, you're going to hold a Big Mac because it's funny.
Hold that, big man.
Just literally seeing the seed oils just seep through his skin.
Dude, he hates seed oils.
Yeah.
Seed oils are
Awful for
gross.
you. They're horrible for
They
you.
really are.
They?
Yeah.
I don't even know what they are. I assume they're oil from seeds.
Yeah, in some way. They crush them.
Canola oil.
They get
sunflower
oils.
oil, all that stuff.
Everything that's fried is pretty much all seed oils now. They used to, like I just said, the French fries at McDonald's used to be used.
tallow.
They used to use beef tallow,
Right.
which is lard basically, and they changed it to seed oils because they said it was healthier, but it actually turns out it's way not healthier. So they're going to return. And I heard it tastes better. I wasn't alive when they had it.
Beef
You guys, you old people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they also...
Was it better?
It did taste better.
Well, with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. slated to head the Department of Health and Human Services in the second Trump administration, of course, the corporate press and their audience of sheep, I mean open-minded liberals, have now pivoted to defending junk food, for real, a natural, for outlets like the New York Times, who already traffic exclusively in shit.
Yeah.
If we take a look at F.S. Patrick Moorhead's tweet, that's a shocking last name. He put, for example, the NYT ran an article claiming Mr. Kennedy has singled out Fruit Loops as an example of a product with too many artificial ingredients, questioning why the Canadian version has fewer than the U.S. version.
Question.
But he was wrong. The ingredient list is roughly the same. So roughly would be different. All right, anyway.
Roughly, except for the few ingredients that are poison.
Yeah, so although Canada has natural colorings made from blueberries and carrots, while the U.S. product has red dye 40, yellow 5, and blue 1, as well as butylated hydroxylone, or BHT, a lab-made chemical that is used for, quote, freshness. So one has fruit and vegetables, and the other has cyanide and rat poison.
He was wrong.
Yeah, but
roughly the same.
But the ingredient count is still the same, technically, in number. Thanks a shitload for clearing that up, Gray Lady. Everywhere elsewhere, the resistance has taken to chugging industrial seed oil to own the cons. And right here you have the seed oil chug, which is,
I don't give a fuck that they're saying seed oils cause inflammation, and they seem to be the subject of every single post. It used to cost me $200 to buy myself a Smile, 2 OC80s, and a gram of Coke. Cheers.
I would rather drink a urine sample.
Delicious.
This guy just does this on the internet. He just eats gross stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Well, dude, so in 60 years, we went from protesters lighting themselves on fire to giving themselves shits on TikTok.
Yummy.
America's amazing.
Progression.
Yeah.
America, how are you?
That's so funny.
I'm loving it.
Those Fruit Loops are
I'm
basically the
native.
same, friend. That's by the same people that are like, men can get pregnant too. It's all the same thing. It's whatever you want it to be.
9 out of 10 doctors advise red stripe.
These are, well, that's what's incredible is like,
First line.
yeah, when they just go, look, this company, for this cereal, they use blueberries and fruits. And in this one, they use words you can't pronounce that will slowly kill your children and erode their throats.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
cool.
the same.
It's the same.
Roughly.
I proofread that chemical 5 times, and I'm like, I don't know how you're going to get through this.
Dude, I tried.
That was impressive.
I don't know what it means.
I don't either.
Like, that's just something where if a doctor prescribed it to you, you'd go, could I just get the penicillin?
And that's the stuff that they tell us is in this.
Yeah, that chemical.
That's the
is
stuff
they
that we
have
have
to.
no idea what's in it.
That
Like,
chemical is literally if Scrabble tiles all fell on the floor.
yeah,
They
100%.
made that name, whatever the hell it is.
I think the harder it is to pronounce, the worse it is for you.
Yeah. Avoid stuff that I can't pronounce at all, which is a lot of food.
It is a lot of foods. Like, I can't pronounce plums. That's what I tell people.
Yeah. But then,
And then you're not regular.
then they got to go in and raid the Amish of the milk that came out of the
Right.
cow.
Like, no raw milk. For
Yeah,
you.
this is, get out of here. What are you doing?
We
Making
like to
butter?
put chemicals in our milk,
You
okay?
16th century weirdos.
With attention spans, love of family.
What are you?
You build things with your hands? Disgusting.
There's not an obese person here amongst you.
I don't understand. Don't you just eat cookies you buy at the store and Fruit Loops and hydrochlorized Holocaust puffs?
What kind of an animal bakes shit?
Yeah. We've got guys running around Manhattan going on a GTA-style murder spree, and our government can't do anything about that. But if you have an illegal squirrel, you've milked a cow, we're going to come and get you,
We have to
baby.
confiscate that and cut its head off.
Yeah,
That's just how it
sorry.
is, guys.
Sorry, guys.
They're saying in Austin there's a serial killer.
Really?
Yeah, like leaving dead people in lakes.
Well, what's weird is
I think
they're
it's not
not
a-
saying it.
No, they're not saying it. You're
That's
right.
what's weird.
They're not saying it. It's the theories people have.
It's the 38, I think, up to bodies that have been found in
38
Ladybird Lake.
bodies
Excuse me? In the
been
same
found
lake?
in Austin.
Yep.
In Ladybird Lake.
Okay.
Just the one lake.
Yeah.
All right.
And I mean, I realize there's a bit of a homeless epidemic and some other things that go on there, but they have all been strangled and had their penises cut off.
That seems like a mode of operation.
That last part wasn't true, but if I was a detective, I'd connect the dots.
My favorite part was on
I'd like to see the body, please.
Yeah, could I see if
make
it's
sure.
castrated or not?
My favorite part was on Dave goes, well, there's a homeless problem. So implying that we thought the serial killer is a good thing.
Not for nothing.
decreasing the
homeless
surplus
problem
population.
This problem is diminished by 38.
All I'm saying is if there's...
He's doing his part to make Austin carbon neutral.
I'm just saying if there's a serial killer that happens to go to Austin, it's nice that he's bringing his broom.
Now, the theory is that... Jesus. The theory is that he's a homosexual. I swear to God.
That's what they say, that he's killing gay men,
and that he's drugging them as well, which also is apparently an epidemic in Austin that everybody in Austin knows about but is not talked about. There's like an epidemic of people drugging drinks in Austin.
Oh, I wouldn't have.
Makes sense.
I'm not even shocked.
It's a
Keep
college
Austin
town.
weird.
That doesn't surprise me.
Really?
Anytime, if you've been to Austin,
Yeah.
I assume most people have been roofing.
I remember even some of it.
Yeah, I was going to say. I just remember this gay guy dragging me towards the lake.
Yeah, just trying to
then I woke up
force
and
me under. Why won't you go down? I'm very buoyant. I'm very. My buoyancy saved me.
We're in a shallow part of the lake.
Yeah.
It's just.
So they're not reporting it.
At least
They're not
making
like
efforts.
tabloids aren't even trying to make it into something.
Right?
Like, it's just
in the internet, there's something really
underground.
weird about it, right? Like you would think this is,
sounds like the Smiley killer. Have you heard of that about that theory? No. There's all these murders that are happening, like they'll find, well, not murders, they classify them as accidents, where they find young men in a lake or in a river drowned, and they chalk it up to drunk. They were walking and they fell off a bridge or something.
That's what they're doing in Austin,
Yeah, it's almost a very similar thing. And then the supposed theory is that there's always a smiley face found around it.
Is that
It's
right?
like all over America, but who knows?
Sheesh.
Who knows?
But
that sounds like almost exactly
drugging
the same
people
way.
like in 2024 when there's cameras everywhere, like I've never understood the concept of drugging somebody. I've never like.
You mean like at a bar?
Yeah,
Just
like
drugging somebody.
Like what's the next step here?
You got to work
Loosey-goosey,
on
man.
you got to work on your
Loosey-goosey.
pickup lines.
I guess free drugs in this economy. I think not.
No. Well, I mean, that just doesn't shock me, though. I mean, the way that it's a big party town.
Yeah,
And I mean, you can get stuff in people's drinks,
just a little bit of this motion, easy. And if you like do it and like everybody's
I'm
drinking, you're like,
saying,
hey, we're having a
like-
party.
No, you get me wrong. Like I'm saying, if you wanted to,
Fast.
there's a lot of like openings I've noticed.
Is it quick? Does it move fast?
as
Is it
you're-
quick acting drugs?
As you ascertain the situation, you're like, I could have drugged that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. It's just like, it's not like I do it every time I go there.
Yeah.
You were there. I feel like that would be a
this
fun
weekend, weren't you?
I feel like that would be
I
a
was
fun
there yesterday, but I didn't hear about any of the bodies yet.
Oh, there was 36 before you went there.
No, I go there often. I've gone there 37 times as of
Has been
yesterday.
there a lot.
Are you trying to spice things up with the old lady?
Yeah. Yeah. We do FaceTime while I kill a man. I'm like, is this making you wet? And it's like, no. Ladybird.
Like, what do you want from me?
That does sound kind of fun though. Drugging your wife's drink sounds like it's a good time.
It is.
Hey, that's actually not a bad idea.
It is and it isn't. If you're married long enough to the housewife thing, really 3 beers is the same as a roofie. You just got to take her to dinner.
One apple teeny at Chili's and that's it.
Yeah.
Take her to Applebee's and a couple high noons.
That's it.
Really, the only reason why you would GHB her is so you can just watch the movie you want.
Without any questions. You drug your wife so you
I just want a Netflix. I only want a Netflix.
Oh, you don't know what restaurant to pick? Here, drink this.
I made you a cocktail, babe.
By the time you wake up, pizza will be here.
Too tired to go out.
It'll be all ready. Breakfast in bed.
It feels like the first time.
Like the very first time.
But you got to get the dosage right. You don't want to wake up at like a weird time.
You know what's good about GHB? You really don't if you plan on killing him in a river.
Oh.
You don't even got to worry about that a bit. It's pretty much just going to work out for you.
Whole thing. All of it.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Too much is never enough.
No, you're like, in fact, too much can be a good thing sometimes.
Definitely better than too little.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I was just about to hit him with this here lamp, and now it looks like nobody's going to question that.
To a different time.
Situation took care of itself. Look at
Yeah,
that.
how about it?
Yeah. You know where they drug the hell out of people? Like on vacation spots, like down in the Dominican?
Really?
Oh yeah,
Do they really?
Republic. Oh yeah, horrible.
Oh, the bartenders will do it. And
Bartenders
stuff.
do it like off the resorts because you walk off the resort and all the resorts that are down there, a lot of them have like razor barbed wire around them, guards with M16s out front. Guys, on bikes with an AR-15 on their back, just going to work.
Derek, stop! You're too old to be getting your hotels on Groupon, but like, let's get to Punta Cana or something. Like, let's
legit though. Like those places down there in the Dominican, like they'll literally, if you go off the resort, just to go into town to have a couple cocktails. Hey, let me get some local culture and leave the confines.
What are they doing
resort.
with your body? Are they just?
What'll happen is like you're all wearing wristbands that get you into your resort. So they look at the guys who know the wristband and they can see that you're staying at whatever fill in the blank place you're staying at. They'll drug your drink, you pass out, they rob you, and then they literally will just have somebody throw you on a golf cart and go, "Hey, your people got messed up at our bar.
Perfect crime.
And they got drunk. Here, sorry." We drop them off, and it's literally like a GPS. We know to take them back to Sandals or wherever.
And still somehow that side of the island is still better than the Haitian side of the island.
Oh God,
you don't want a vacation in Haiti.
Ugh.
Are you even allowed to?
I got an Airbnb there. Nobody's renting it.
Yeah.
No pets allowed.
Ironically, it's Haiti, but it's filled with Venezuelan gangs.
No, even the Venezuelan gangs went to Haiti and went.
They're everywhere.
No.
Oh yeah, they just assumed they already ravaged it.
Hang on, you guys were already here? No, this has just been like this.
Gotta be nice now in like Colorado and these other places where it's like, how much is the apartment a month? $600. What does it come with? There's Venezuelan gangs that'll break in at any moment.
Oh.
But you're progressive, right? Like only a racist would have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I mean, in fairness, it's only like 5 or 6 apartment complexes.
Yeah, it's not like, and they're not in neighborhoods where it matters. Yeah. That's the good thing about America.
That's the good thing about that.
You can be like, yeah, I mean, come on, how great was it before?
Yeah, it's like when the water's still bad in Flint, Michigan. Or what? You can't move out.
Yeah, well, no,
Leave it together.
It's better now, allegedly.
Is it?
Yeah, there's a chemical in it. I gotta find it. They use
Boxocoxolil.
yeah, hydroxytotoluene. And that's
it hardens your pineal gland, so you can't get cancer in it. It's it calcifies it completely.
Yeah, it's totally fine now. Yeah. You can bathe your kids in it as long as you boil it first.
Why does my kid smell like methane? Oh, that's just the bathing.
And it's fine. Once you dry them off, it'll be worse.
Yeah.
You want to keep them damp.
Yeah, all the poor kids in Flint, Michigan look like the bad guy from Sin City, all yellow and jaundiced.
One of my favorite things still is when Obama fake drank the water. Just like to trick an entire person, like entire city, like they're a baby, like yum yum yum.
Just came out of the tap.
That's not poison. Here comes the airplane. It's a spoonful of not poison.
Open up the hatch. I'm so glad the Obama years are gone.
Oh shit!
So annoying. It was like the most smug time in American history. Just like everybody, we love Obama. He's so great. And meanwhile, in third world, he's like killing innocent people.
Oh, he wipes.
Obama's just the greatest guy. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
He wipes some people out.
You think it's Obama that's throwing the tantrum and putting us into World War III now? You think it's
not currently?
No, I don't think now. Person. What do you think?
Who is running the country? It's not. I mean, it's not Joey B. Let's be serious, right? Like
hasn't been.
Well, what I can tell you is a good thing, real quick, before we jump into this.
Like a silver lining.
It's Fox and Odin whiskey. Ooh. For example, Derek, why don't you tell us a bit about this lovely drink?
Fox and Odin whiskey was it's actually it's a Michigan product.
That's right.
Yeah. It's a fantastic Michigan product.
And Derek drinks it to forget. Go on.
Yes, he does. I love Fox and Odin whiskey.
You do, though.
Very good.
Turned it on here.
Smoky.
You guys turned me on to it.
That's right.
It's really good. Well, you drank it.
I drank some.
You had some of it too, Cuban.
I had a whole bottle. Actually, I had two of them.
Don't pin that bottle on me.
I had 2 bottles.
You were right there with me, my friend.
I shattered the bottle to protect myself, as it's called a minority knife.
And that's what's great about the bottle. It's like 2-in-1. You get to drink it, you get to display it, and then if you need,
in a second, you are able to protect yourself.
Have one of those Venezuelan problems around.
That's right.
Well, and what they did is they went back to the pre-prohibition style of distilling and processing the whiskey.
They drove it over in a Model T from Canada, and a bunch of Dagos drowned.
That's exactly how it went.
Do you get?
That's how they do it. It has nothing to do with the distilling process.
No, it's how it got here. It floated over in the Detroit River, and then somebody picked it up and they ran it over to their neighbor's house in the tunnels underneath.
That's great.
And if you tried to get in the way, one of the Purple Gang cut your fingers off.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Fox and Odin.
Use promo code America.
And
Get
you
free
will
shipping.
Get free shipping. That's foxnoden.com. And the promo code America, like you said, America, paved on the dreams of prohibition from Al Capone to the Kennedy family to Fox and Odin.
That's right.
We are American proud.
That's a beautiful bottle.
It is. It really is a nice bottle.
It's a great product.
And we like to just but it is an award-winning whiskey. It won the award for most accidents Derek's caused in one night.
They're not lying. It's really good, though.
Not car. He doesn't drink and drive.
No.
He just has a lot of slip and falls like Jay Leno before a corporate.
Oh my God! What the heck happened to him? He was in a Hilton Inn or a Hampton Inn.
Hampton Inn.
Why is he in a Hampton Inn?
Yeah.
That's my question.
Is everything okay with him?
Does he have like
I think it's
betting debts?
For comics, we've talked about this. The Hampton Inn is kind of perfect.
Really?
It is.
Even if you're Jay Leno, it's always clean.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a fine breakfast.
You're correct.
You don't have to worry about it. The walls are never thin, so you sleep well.
Okay.
Like, I get it why he was in a Hampton Inn, actually. I actually like the fact that he had a bit of that road dog spirit.
Okay.
Now, best Western man.
I didn't realize he was still out on the road.
Oh, yeah, he's been touring forever.
74 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I saw him, and I'm guessing at least he'll probably hit 74 and a half. Did you see that? He's got like an eye patch. Half his face is...
His hand is all
Honestly,
busted.
If you look worse during a fall than you do when a car engine explodes in your face, it's a sign of age.
Yeah. That's the time. Like
it's also not
by
a
jumping off stage.
It's also not a quote unquote fall.
It wasn't a fall?
I mean, how many times have you told your wife, "Honey, you fell"?
Fairly often.
Yes.
But we have a driveway made of butter.
Well, that happens.
Yeah, you butter your driveway.
It's a weird way to use your butter.
And the Landau's driveway is a butter driveway. It is not made with. It's not a seed oil driveway.
That's not a margarine.
That is
driveway.
better.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean, yeah, I guess if you are doing things you shouldn't do, maybe you took
That's
a
my
fall.
question.
So what you're saying is a hooker beat him real good and robbed him?
That's the story I'm going with right now. Let's say that.
Either that or some sharks came.
Can you imagine a hooker addicted to all sorts of drugs trying to break that chin?
Mm-hmm.
Now
Don't buy it.
Yeah.
Now he looks like Snake Plissken.
Yeah, he does, except, yeah.
That eye patch.
Holy Snake.
Where's Conan? That's my question. Where's Conan at this time?
Ooh, well, I don't know if they're still
Be
fighting,
some-
but that would be a good
A
opportunity.
little bit of revenge. Waiting, playing the long game.
Yeah. As much shit as Jay Leno caught, he's so much better than what Colbert and Kimmel and
Oh, it's not
Faust
even
did.
comparable.
Oh, not even fair.
I mean, these guys are so unbearably lame.
Did you see
They're
the night?
So corny, dude.
The election night, or the next day when Kimmel went up there
Crying.
for the Ukrainian fighters.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Not a single tear actually coming out of his face.
This is a dude that used to be in blackface on The Man Show.
Yeah. Humping random strangers on the street.
Yeah. And now he's up
Now
there
it's just like,
crying.
oh, but my
Dude, the problem with Colbert is like he's Catholic. He has this religious background. He claimed to be on both sides. He did an amazing job of lampooning Bill O'Reilly.
funny.
Yeah, it was
used
great.
to be
And
funny.
then now he's actually crying on or having these like moments of silence. How bad? Like that's whoring yourself out to the top tier.
The vaccine dance in 2020. Oh my god.
Scene.
Yeah, sorry.
Bro.
Vaccine dance with
It's-
all
it's-
the it was so sad because I watched the Colbert Report.
And they've got a team of 50
good.
writers making $100K, and this is what they
are you
come up
doing?
with. Like, this is the thing that killed me about the Kamala Harris campaign. They spent $1 billion on a whole team, and the messaging they came up with is joy, and that guy's Hitler, and that guy's kind of weird. It'll be $1 billion, please. Like, what are we talking about here? This is insanity.
Yeah, most of that money went in their pocket.
Yeah, well, somebody who knows a lot about a lot, I'd like to welcome to the show. You know him, I guess, from InfoWars, but that's kind of going away. We'd like to ask him a bit about it, and now he's going to AJN. Please welcome to the show, Alex Jones.
Hey, guys. Great. Thanks for having me.
Dude, thank you for calling in, Alex. How you been?
Well, I mean, I've been in one of the greatest, craziest adventures of my life, but so's the whole country. I mean, it's just what's been happening to me has been par for the course with the whole Democrat deep state lawfare.
How happy are you with the Trump win?
Oh, I mean, it was just a silver lining in an otherwise very, very crazy world with all the wars and what's happening to the global economy and everything else. It shows that, God still exists. And it was a real repudiation of the corporate establishment media and Hollywood and all their bullying, and just really shows that the whole rotting edifice of the dinosaur media has collapsed into history.
Yeah, that's very well put. Like, with what's going on with you, I wanted to have you on to ask you about it. Essentially, with InfoWars, was it just the government trying to take it from you? Can I just be that blunt?
Yeah, I mean, if I told the whole story, it would take an hour.
Right.
But I want to be clear. I didn't understand what was happening. I didn't clearly understand what was happening until they had the show trials in Texas and Connecticut, and the judges had found me guilty in default for supposedly not giving, quote, discovery, but there was no discovery. They said, show us the proof that you had a conspiracy to make money off saying a shooting didn't happen. And I'd barely ever even covered it 12 years ago. They didn't sue me till 6 years after, and I hadn't even talked about it over 3 years before they sued me. And so in the Connecticut show trial, I was already found guilty, but they had a trial on damages. They put an FBI agent who sued me, who I never said his name, I never covered him, I never put him on air, none of my crew had. He won $133 million.
Wow.
And his damages was somebody called his office once and said, are you a real FBI agent? And so you got $133 million of imaginary money that doesn't exist. And
yeah, I was going to say, that's going to hurt his feelings.
Admitted that he went with the Justice Department and he organized the families with a national gun control group that funded it to sue me. But first they demonized me and made massive fundraising for the Violence Policy Center, the Brady Group, now merged into Everytown. And they're actually the group, behind all this is the Democrat Party gun control group. It's not just pro-Second Amendment, or not just anti-Second Amendment now. They're also anti-First Amendment. And then they forced me into bankruptcy and then used the U.S. Trustee's Office of the Justice Department. They can assign the Justice Department to bankruptcy cases to try to put me in jail. When they didn't find anything in 2 years, they moved to liquidate InfoWars and my company and my operation. They didn't want to settle for any amount of money. They just wanted it closed. They said that. And they admitted it was all political. And then the first trustee got fired by the judge because the judge could fire the federal trustees. They can just appoint a new one. And the first guy on May 31st just came in with armed security with no court order and said, you're closed, get out of here. And then I said, no, I'm calling the police. I want to see a court order. The judge had a hearing 2 weeks later, fired that guy. And then he appointed this new guy, or the feds asked this new guy to be appointed. They put this new fed in. And he said, okay, we're going to have an auction. We're going to sell the name Alex Jones. And the judge said, you can't do that under the 13th Amendment. I want to have hearings about this. And the judge did not authorize the auction. Well, he went ahead and still had the auction. And then he changed the rules 2 days before the auction for people that had filed and put their deposits down and everything. He said, now it's going to be a secret bid on November 13th at 10 a.m., and it's not even going to be the highest bid. It's whoever I choose, and it's going to be sealed, and there's going to be no bidding above it. Well, the definition of an auction is property sold to the highest bidders.
Absolutely.
And then they announced the next morning at 8 a.m. That the Democrat Party consortium group with the Everytown group, it's not really the Onion, it's actually Everytown,
okay,
had got it and was, quote, the best bid, not the highest bid. So then the good bidders I was working with that actually had the much bigger bid, twice as large as the small cash amount they put down. They got all the documents the day after the auction, and they even attached to it that they had rules for anybody else and the different rules for them, and that no one was going to be allowed to win except them. But since the judge ordered an auction, they called it an auction. So what's crazy is, and this is all in my lawsuit that's public, all the documents. It's not my opinion. Mainline legal scholars have said never seen like it.
Right.
They were so arrogant and entitled with the Justice Department running this that the Justice Department interpreted that they, as long as they called it an auction, it's up to their discretion to say that they had it but chose to give it to the lower bid. And so it's just part and parcel of the lawfare that Trump went through, both civil and criminal, and a part of the reason America's so awake and sick of this stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I didn't understand all this. When they won the fake case in
how can you? It's never been done.
Well, I was already found guilty.
Right, okay.
And by the way, guys, your audio is ultra low now. I can hear you at first, so if you're trying to talk, it's gotten lower and lower.
Oh, sorry.
Can you guys turn up the audio?
So I have a question. So they weren't just trying to buy InfoWars and those products. They were also trying to buy your name? Like the Alex Jones brand itself, like your name? They were auctioning that off?
Again, people that don't know law, you can contract your name away like Prince did to Sony.
Right.
And sign a 360 deal and said that you can no longer use that name and everything you've done is owned by them. I'm a radio talk show host, that syndicates it and also does TV on the internet. And so I've never done that. In fact, my show's always been free to air, and I've told people for 30 years to use clips, do whatever you want, because I wanted it out there. And so when the judge said, yeah, in the future there can be an auction, when they asked for one 3 months ago, a few months after he fired the last Fed that was a trustee over the case for the Justice Department, they came back and said, and this is all of the news, just type in Sandy Hook families want Alex Jones's social media. You'll get Reuters, all of it. And they put in there also the name The Alex Jones Show and the name Alex E. Jones. Well, that's the 13th Amendment prohibition against slavery. It says you can't own somebody's likeness or identity unless they contract it away. So we filed motions saying, no, you can't have it. So the judge had a hearing and said, you can't have that. And they said, well, we still want it. And he said, well, then we have to have another hearing before the auction. That was a month ago. But they went ahead with the auction, snuck it under the judge, and then had this fake auction that was rigged, and they were crazy enough to even create minutes and documents explaining how it was their right to do it. And the judge said in the preliminary hearing last Thursday, he said, I didn't even authorize you to have an auction. You exceeded your authority. I want a full evidentiary hearing. And so this is absolutely cut and dry. And so it was run by the Justice Department. The whole thing has been nothing but a giant scam.
So was this based on also your future earnings that they would get? Or is that how the auction was made? Because that's what I've heard, is it was loosely based on what you would eventually make, which I don't understand how you could buy a company off of what you were profiting on.
Well, I mean, it's worse than that.
Okay.
They put and all these documents are in the filing. I posted our lawsuit yesterday. It's on Real Alex Jones. It's really hard to understand because it's such a scam. They pledged their $1.5 million fake judgment that's on appeal, which you can't pledge something on appeal, towards buying it, but they never told. But in the agreement with the U.S. trustee, anyone else bidding would never know that no matter how high they went, they would just keep putting in more money unless you bid $1.5 billion.
Alex, Gerard Michaels here. This is clearly persecution, and you mentioned lawfare. Why do you think the right doesn't take the precedent that has been set by these demons and now go after the people that have been wrong and spreading lies and spreading, much more globally harmful mistruths than you've been found guilty of in civil court. Why are Rachel Maddow and Anthony Fauci and MSNBC and the owners of CNN not being dragged through the civil courts using your case as precedent?
Well, I mean, let's be clear. Just for the sake of argument, let's say I'm liable for this. I want to explain again. I've done plenty of stuff on the air over the years that was wrong. I've been on air 30 years. I never did it on purpose. I never told lies on purpose. And I've had a really great accuracy rate. That's why they say Alex Jones was right. They created, for 2 years before they sued me, huge PR firm, remember, thousands of articles, hundreds of TV shows saying I was attacking people and dead kids for the Violence Policy Center, to now, to raise money off of me. They attached themselves to me because I was very famous and all over the news to raise money. Then they sued me after they were done doing that for 2 years, reportedly raised over $100 million. So, but separate from that, yes, you have mainstream media lying to people and saying if you take a shot, taking Pfizer money for it, you cannot spread COVID and you cannot get COVID. Rachel Maddow was getting $89,000 every time she plugged it as part of her deal with Pfizer for over a year straight. So she got millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, look it up, for lying on purpose, not making a mistake. And the reason this precedents don't matter is Democrats don't sue their own people. And they most courts are not completely corrupt. They're just kind of naive like the public. They sue you in New York City, Washington, D.C., Austin, Texas, and a couple key jurisdictions in Connecticut and a few others. So they pick the judge in Austin, who's a total communist and Soros funded.
Sure.
She's elected. They picked another globalist judge in Connecticut. And so just like with Trump, it was all in key jurisdictions. I mean, with Fani Willis and with Letitia James in New York and Georgia,
those are
they
ridiculous.
ran on putting Trump in prison and said, we don't know what we're going to get him on, but we'll make something up, basically. So you need to understand, they are venue shopping. They've already – I want to explain something. I was found in default by the judges. They did it like in the same month, a full 8-9 months before I went to trial. I went to trial 2 years ago in October and November of 2022.
Okay.
Okay. So look this up. People don't know this because there were only a few articles at the first, and then they have the show trial. Look up judges find Alex Jones in default. But the Supreme Court says you can't do that. So that's what they did. You can't do that in this type of case. Default is when you get sued or whatever, and then you run to Brazil, and then you're just not there. Then they still have to do the trial on damages, and at least show some damage. They had a trial on damages and would not let us put on evidence. Everybody wondered why my lawyers weren't allowed to talk, and it was because of that. We had to go show it was a fraudulent trial and go through it for the appeals. You understand?
So is it just the will is just not there to pursue this against the Maddows of the world? Is there just no will to hold the people accountable that are engaging in this lawfare?
I think they have the media power.
Look, Republicans on average are so straight-laced they can't even admit to themselves this is going on. I mean, we knew the NSA and CIA and everybody was involved in election meddling 2016, 2018, 2020. We knew there was election fraud everywhere. It was only when people got unnaive and Trump put lawyers everywhere that we stopped a lot of it this year, so he won in a landslide. So what needs to happen is Soros has put in over 20 of the attorney generals in the states. He's got over 2,000 DAs. He's in states that elect judges. He's got most of the judges. And so he needs to be prosecuted. Imagine if the mafia spent tens of millions of dollars over 20 years to buy up the judiciary. Okay? Now, they don't have all the judiciary, but they attack you where they control the courts. You understand? So, yes, we need to cut the head off politically. We need to have a new Justice Department or Trump go in, and it started to happen already, where these corrupt DAs and people get removed.
So let's say with $1 billion that had to be settled and these families that were kind of brought in for that. And I don't know if there's a way to actually state this to where it makes sense. I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but if they're not the ones getting money or actually getting settlements, and this is going to this larger thing, isn't this just a far worse version? I mean, it's just deliberately using people for their own advantage, other than just miscalling something that happened.
Yeah, well, here's a microcosm. Okay, Adam Lanza killed the kids at Sandy Hook.
Yes.
His mother, legally at Walmart, bought a Remington semi-automatic 5.56 rifle, Bushmaster, and her son took it from her and killed her, and then went and killed a bunch of people. Okay, Remington went out of business and had to be sold with a $76 million judgment against them, as if it was their fault that a woman bought a gun, a 50-something-year-old woman, and her kid stole it. So that's how rigged these jurisdictions are, and they had me in the same jurisdiction there. So that's the story. I'm back in InfoWars. The Onion didn't buy it. It's all a hoax.
Okay.
My lawyers are 99% sure this is all going to be reversed, and the fight goes on. So this is just the dying gasp of the deep state. People can find me at Infowars.com. They threw us out of the building Thursday, cut the internet off, and then they freaked out and realized it was illegal. Friday, they didn't give me my studio back. They just basically ran out of there, and it just shows how wild-eyed and crazy they are. But, gentlemen, I love you, and I appreciate people can find what I'm doing at Real Alex Jones on X. It's all right there, and I appreciate you showing interest in this because it affects everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your time, Alex.
Thanks,
I really
Alex.
appreciate your calling, and good to hear from you again.
Thank you.
Bye.
One more question.
Oh, yeah, you had the question.
Yeah. Oh, too bad. It's good to hear from Alex. I'm glad that.
I have the answer. It wasn't staged.
Oh. Well.
Okay, so
I think does he know that now? He knows that.
that is a perfect joke.
It is. It is. That's
You know
why
what
I-
else is not a perfect joke? Whatever.
What?
As the dust settles after the presidential election, it might feel like a moment to breathe. But this is no time to let your guard down. That's right. The forces trying to suppress the truth haven't stopped. If anything, they've doubled down. Like a whopper double.
It's gotten worse.
Yep.
Broiled.
Now more than ever, we need to stand firm, push harder, and ensure that the truth has a voice. Our independent platform is your ally in this fight, offering fearless political analysis, real stories, and a healthy dose of camaraderie to keep us grounded, as well as this show that mainly makes dick jokes. If you'd like to join, you can go to blazetv.com/normalworld.
Oh.
blazetv.com/normalworld and get $30 off. If you love this show and you support what Blaze TV stands for, this is your chance to get involved in the fight or just in better entertainment.
Exactly. It lets them know that you like us and we like you because you like us.
And you can also see on our own YouTube channel coming up, this is going to be Black Friday, our own special release. Let's take a first look at Normal World Presents its first comedy special.
Ooh.
Those little shits, they also repeat things. When they repeat it, they don't necessarily get it right. For example, with my girlfriend babysitting her 11-year-old niece, and she's a great kid, sharp as a tack, but she is 11, got the attention span of a goldfish. So I'm joking around with her. I go, man, you are so ADD, you get that from your dad. Harmless comment. 2 days later, I get a call from her mom. She goes, what did you tell Gianna she has? I said, she's got ADD. She goes, oh, she was at church camp, told the counselor she's got STD. Gets it from her dad.
That's going to be Black Friday on us. Derek, right there. You recorded it where?
Black Garrett's Comedy Club in Las Vegas, where I will be next week, November 25th through December 1st.
Yeah, we're excited.
At the MGM Grand, and you're going to be there in February with Matt McLowry.
Matt McLowry will be there as well, and we're going to do some Vegas-y things, except gambling, because, you know, Matt's got a real issue with that stuff.
Oh, Matt.
He just zones in.
Can't
He's not
play
allowed in
master.
there. He counts cards, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Got
He
autism.
wins.
He can't help himself.
16, 17, 17, 17.
Out loud, too,
18.
which is like
His autism is just hitting on high numbers in blackjack. It's really bad.
Hit me.
Are you sure? Yes.
But yeah, so because we're obviously not going to be here Thanksgiving week, we thought we'd give you that little treat. And please watch it because I paid for it.
Yeah. It's Normal World presents.
In Cole's Cash.
In Cole's Cash.
Normal World presents.
Which I appreciate you taking.
Nay, no problem.
I mean, my God, I don't have much left. I've spent most of my money on what I call gags and bags when I go down to Austin. Also, you can check out this new movie, Bone Heifer.
Oh, yeah.
As the world teeters on the brink of annihilation, Diedrich Bonhoeffer is swept into the epicenter of a deadly plot to assassinate Hitler in Angel Studios' upcoming film, Bonhoeffer, Pastor, Spy, Back That Assassin Up. Hitting theaters November 23rd.
I want to know if he
22nd.
succeeds in the assassination.
Bonhoeffer just sounds like one of my Pornhub searches.
Hey, now.
Well, you know.
What?
All I know is that's pronounced exactly right. Well, get showtimes right now at angel.com/normal. But here's the best part, right? Here we go. With the faith and fate at stake, Bonhoeffer must choose between upholding his moral convictions or risking it all to save millions of Jews. So, if you're somebody who does not like Jews, you can get a free ticket to Bonhoeffer. You just have to go to angel.com, use it normal.
No, not normal. Free.
Free.
Yeah.
Because the fans of our show are not.
Oh, no, ours is
Are we
fine.
positive this isn't Bonhoeffer?
What?
Sure.
Wait, I think you're mispronouncing the name.
I think what you're looking for is Bonhoeffer.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Correct.
Yeah, see, Pastor, Spy, Assassin.
Bone.
Heifer.
It's like French.
Yeah.
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 Bone.
Yeah, it's
Heifer.
like bone, like a bone.
You know, the German people are weird. They pronounce things strangely.
And a heifer, like a fat girl.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Seems like a movie that Dan Bilzerian would be like super into.
Yeah, like it's Bonhoeffer.
He
I
could
don't
probably
mean,
get a
like-
free ticket. I think he could.
Yeah, if he doesn't like Jews, he can go to angel.com/free. But if you love Jews like our fans, you can go to angel.com/normal and get your tickets today to go to a local
I
theater.
love that they think it's a joke.
I know. I know, it's not a joke. This is actually real.
I said this yesterday. I was on here. I go, I look at Angela. I'm like, is this legit? And she's like,
it's real.
Oh, yeah, this is real. I'm like, can you say this? What the actual?
I've always
Just put your
felt-
name down on the list.
I've always
Free
felt
ticket.
the best way to deal with an anti-Semitic person is to reward them with Jewish movie tickets.
Take him to a Spielberg movie or something.
Yeah. When Spielberg made Munich, he did the same thing.
Yeah.
He's like, you want to? He goes, good news, they do kill some of the hostages.
Bonhoeffer rolls right into Schindler's List.
Yeah,
It's a double feature.
can you imagine if you hated Jews? You're not. Well, you probably watch Schindler's List.
Oh yeah, you like the first part of it.
But
before you
Munich,
start
when
saving
it's like
people.
he's kicking ass, you're gonna be like, I don't care for this.
I pardon you.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
I like. it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a all right.
Well done. I haven't seen.
Can we cut that out?
I haven't seen acting. I haven't seen acting that great since Hamburglar.
That was the greatest. By the way, that was Chris Nolan Hamburglar
was
that
so
he
good.
came up with, and it's hysterical.
Very good.
Nolan Hamburglar was beautiful. Gerard.
Robble.
I heard Schindler's List got like 6 million awards, but I feel like that number's probably too high.
You got to Jew it down.
Little inflated.
Yeah, it was really like a couple Oscars.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it didn't get any Oscars, just not.
No, I'm not saying that like there were no awards at all.
Yeah. And every award is important, but like there's no reason to lie about the amount of awards, right?
When were we talking about that? Like, yeah, if you go back to the future and you kill Hitler and you come back and it's like everybody's just complaining.
Have you ever seen that sketch those guys did? Oh my God.
So wrong.
The guys did a video and it's just two New York comics, and they did a video in Williamsburg, New York, and they were like, "Bro, this the dryer is a time machine. Go back in time, check it out." He's like, "Whoa, it's real. Go back in time, kill baby Hitler, kill baby Hitler." And they come out, and they're like, "I wonder how the world's gonna be different." They open the door, and it's Williamsburg, Brooklyn. It's so fucking funny, dude.
So
that's so brilliant.
So funny, man.
Oh my God.
Well, we do have to end this show for today. I want to thank our guest call-in, Alex Jones.
Yeah.
I would like to thank Gerard Michaels, who's one of my favorite people. Where can we find you, sir?
Guys, I appreciate it. I'm going to be on Primetime Stein here tomorrow night. And
we don't have to advertise the other shows on the network.
Okay. Sorry. I thought we
Maybe
were still
tomorrow.
doing reads.
We have beef.
I didn't know that.
No, we love
beef.
Alex.
All
Go
right.
on.
So much beef.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be in the Sad Man Comedy Cafe in Boca Raton, Florida. I'll be at the Shamrock Comedy Club in Davie, Florida. And then I will be at Venturino's Comedy Club in Estero, Florida.
And I believe tomorrow night you're doing a little set with me.
I'm going to do a little drop-in on Dave's...
Mic drop.
I'm going to drop it on the mic drop for old Davey in Plano.
Oh.
Very,
So if you're in the
very
area, you should
oh,
go
yeah,
see
it's
it.
going to be a lot of fun.
And Derek, you're going to be all up in Vegas?
I'll be in Vegas next week. Black Garrett's Comedy Club, November 25 through December 1. And then, of course, I will be in Winter Haven, Florida, December 20th and 21st at the Laugh Out Lounge. Great venue over there. DerekRichards.com is my website. And, of course, again, thank you, guys, for... again, the opportunity with the special. I'm super excited.
I'm very excited to have you on Black Friday. We were putting it out. We thought, maybe we'll put it behind the paywall. We'll sell it. And Derek said, I would like to give it away. And I said, why? And he goes, because that's its value.
It is worth every penny of what you're not going to pay.
Priceless.
Yes.
No, but it's a great special. And I was really happy to, what's the word?
Get behind it.
Schindler him out of it. All right. So we now bring you to the end of the world.
Schindler him out of it.
I could have saved more comedy specials.
I could have done
Could have
so
saved
much
more.
more.
With this wing.
Oh, you're garbage.
And they're like, you did enough.
They were annoying.
With the Biden administration's bold move to end the world in the next 2 months. Sorry. How will liberals say that a post-apocalyptic wasteland is better than Trump's America?
Well, obviously, with all the genetic mutations, there's actually going to be more than two genders.
Oh, right on. Angela?
Well, zombies aren't really that different from Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, yeah, they're the same.
Yeah.
They're the same.
Or Mitch McConnell.
I'll say radiation burns mean we're all the same color.
That's right. We are the world.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
Gerard, my friend.
Finally, thanks to nuclear fallout, everywhere will look like a blue city.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that cannibalism is more animal friendly.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Save the whales, everybody.
Nature
That's
is healing.
the whole point of this show.
Nature is healing.
Yes, nature is healing. Join us tomorrow when we come back. Don't forget to hit like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. We want to let you know we really do value everybody who watches this show. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Especially if you stayed this late.
Especially if you stayed this late. Yes, that is the truth. The truth. All right. Good night.